Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live stream here, Sunday Live. Number 58. So, a couple things going on this past week. Released a video on a tune performed by Baden Powell. This is one of the first acoustic recordings that I've done. But I have done other Baden Powell videos on sort of electric nylon string. So kind of a slightly different format, kind of played through the tune a bit and just put some notation down below and had a little bit of a close-up. So fairly simple video. So hopefully if you're into that tune or Baden Powell in general, you might get some enjoyment out of it. So I do plan to have some kind of improvements on recording quality and things. So I noticed there's some, you can kind of hear some movement when I hold the instrument, and then again, kind of working with nylon strings, trying to prevent some of the squeaking. So it sort of, I think, made its way in a little bit. So some things I'll try to work out to generally improve on the recordings, but I think for learning purposes, I think it may be helpful. So playing around there a little bit with Solar. Check on my Slight hum and sound. This sounds like there's some sound issues. Not sure what's going on there, but turn off some things here. I'm not sure. So there may be some sound issues. I'm not sure what I can do about that right now, but all right. So Baden Powell and his playing and the instrument, the sort of nylon string guitar, and sort of the technique on that. So it's, you may think of some classical guitar sort of tradition and technique, and kind of merged with popular music and melody, as well as jazz, and so it's really enjoyable. I think from just a playing perspective to play that kind of music, and so if you're just getting started with that or interested in that, you might start with comping and maybe melody separate. And then work at developing some classical music. There are a lot of, well, not a lot, but several books out there. And at this point, pretty decent amount of repertoire. So you could check out the Royal Conservatory of Music. They have a series of books. I think it's 8 or 9 books of repertoire that goes from an intro book to all the way up to I think 8 or 9, and it just gets more and more challenging. So that's something that you can try to do for that. And then there's Christopher Parkening method, which has a couple of books. And then on the on YouTube, you can find recordings of Baden Powell and his solo guitar playing, as well as comping examples and things, and kind of go from there. There's also a good book out there by, I think his name is Nelson Faria, which is a lot about comping, playing rhythm guitar, which you could do on electric guitar as well. All right, so let me check around, see if anybody's saying hello. See, I'm streaming on the podcast, and I am streaming on Facebook and YouTube. All right, so I mentioned something too, a little bit about notation. So the notation on the videos, those are made really only for the videos themselves. So I don't distribute any notation or tablature or anything like that. And so sometimes I get questions about that, and I understand all that, but there are issues with that. I don't really have the rights to distribute notation, so I make them as kind of part of the video. So what I'd recommend doing there is to take the video and work on small segments of things there. So all right, so I do apologize if there's any audio. It's less than ideal. There's not a lot I can do about that at the moment. So one thing of interest, I don't know if anybody plays the ukulele out there, but I'm playing around a little bit earlier this week, just playing some jazz tunes and some improvisation on the ukulele, and then to do some ukulele videos as well. So not sure about on this particular channel, but we'll see. Some things that you could do to bring in some different sounds into the playing. You can try doing some muting, taking the palm and playing it very close to the bridge over here, or even just getting a completely muted sound. Play around with that. Also, just in general, varying how close you're picking to the bridge. Versus how close you're picking up into the neck area. And also the angle of the pick and everything. So to add some, kind of nuance and things like that, you can do all that. So things there, just playing around with some chords there. So the minor major 7 is really kind of a cool sound, sort of mysterious in the way it comes across. So here's a minor major 7 here on the top 4 strings, middle 4 strings, low 4 strings. And then it's fun to really just try to think about, what kind of goes to what, so you could say, you can pretty much take just about any chord when you get more of like C minor major 7, go to C7. You might just take that up a half step. And you can pretty much try that with any of these chords. So taking the inversions and the progression and just kind of leading to see what connects to where. All right, everybody. Well, let's see. Things are. I'm gonna do a little more playing, and think of any tips that I can give you or anything I've been thinking about over this past week. And let me know if you have any questions. Mute my mic here. So mentioned a little book that might find helpful and useful. Check out the Jamie Aebersold Jazz Handbook. And we've been talking a little bit about that one in the member area. So check that one out. It may help you with things you're working on. All right, so check out that minor major 7 kind of sound. So if you're, it kind of depends on what your knowledge is of chords and things, but these are always kind of a good place to start. Middle 4 strings, drop 2 kind of voicing, and then drop 3 kind of voicing on the low 5 strings, and then see if you can work on versions of these chords, and pretty cool sound. And then you can start adding, or maybe not adding, but placing 9s in there. So like I said earlier, it gives it a little bit of a kind of mysterious quality to it and to the sound, and fun to play with. do well with ending type chords and things. Hey everybody, well, thanks for checking out this video, and I will see you all in the next one.